The Titanic was a British passenger liner that tragically sank on its maiden voyage in the early morning of April 15, 1912. It was one of the most infamous maritime disasters in history. Here is the real story of the Titanic. The Titanic was built by the White Star Line at the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Northern Ireland. It was the largest and most luxurious ship of its time, known for its state-of-the-art amenities and opulent design. The vessel was deemed unsinkable by many due to its advanced engineering and safety features. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail from Southampton, England, bound for New York City, with stops in Cherbourg, France, and Queenstown, now Cove, Ireland. The ship carried over 2,200 passengers and crew members, including some of the wealthiest individuals of the time, as well as immigrants seeking a new life in America. 4 days into the journey, on the night of April 14, the Titanic received multiple iceberg warnings from other ships in the area. However, Captain Edward Smith maintained the ship's speed, believing that the Titanic could safely navigate through any ice that lay ahead. At around 11:40 p.m., the lookout spotted an iceberg directly in the path of the Titanic. Despite quick efforts to maneuver and slow down the ship, the Titanic collided with the iceberg, causing significant damage to its hull. The iceberg had sliced a series of large holes in the starboard side of the ship below the waterline. The Titanic was designed with a compartmentalized hull, intended to keep the ship afloat even if multiple compartments were flooded. However, the damage caused by the iceberg was severe enough to breach several compartments, leading to a rapid flooding of the ship. As the severity of the situation became apparent, the crew began evacuating passengers onto the lifeboats. However, there were not enough lifeboats for everyone on board, and the evacuation process was disorganized and chaotic. Women and children were given priority, and many of the lifeboats were launched only partially filled. As the ship continued to sink, the remaining passengers and crew faced a desperate and harrowing situation. At 2:20 a.m. on April 15, the Titanic broke apart and sank into the icy waters of the North Atlantic Ocean. More than 1,500 people, including passengers and crew members, lost their lives in the tragedy, making it one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters in history. The sinking of the Titanic prompted widespread shock and grief around the world. It also led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations, including the requirement for ships to carry enough lifeboats for all passengers and crew and to maintain 24-hour radio watch for distress signals. Numerous investigations were conducted to determine the causes of the disaster and to assign responsibility. The sinking of the Titanic remains a poignant reminder of the dangers of hubris and the fragility of human endeavors in the face of nature's forces. The story of the Titanic has captured the public's imagination and continues to be a subject of fascination and study to this day.